Hello and welcome for week 5. Here is the announcement where you will see this little overview video. So this week we are in week 5, which means that we are working on survey and single subject research designs. Let's take a quick look at the overview, and it's telling you that we are continuing our exploration for the different types of research designs. And so we will look at 2 different types of quantitative research design, survey research and single subject design. So during survey research, you collect data as the result of sampling and self-reports. So it allows you really to study all kinds of research questions. And many of you have had obviously read about surveys and taken surveys. And now we're taking a look at the science. Another type of quantitative design is called single subject research. And single subject does not mean that it's a case study necessarily, but it means that it is a particular individual and that is treated as a small sample population. So we still are allowed to hone in particular aspects of the very small sample size, and it's very beneficial to studying the effect of interventions, for example. So here we go, and this leads us into our weekly to-do list. So we have the discussion board where you actually design a survey, and you will add at least your 4 peer responses, and you will use a free online survey tool to help you create a brief questionnaire of 8 to 10 questions that you can share with your peers on one of the topics that are provided. Then there will also be an individual assignment, which is a peer review workshop where you actually review and provide comprehensive and also detailed feedback on the research proposals of one of your peers. So that should help you also learn about this. So if we go to our first, you have the knowledge path, obviously, that teaches you about the survey and single subject research design. And then we follow with the discussion of designing a survey. And here are some of the topics: conflict and crime, identity, tolerance, social capital, poverty, the environment, caregiving, social media, peer pressure, and bullying. All of these are topics that we found in the past interest students. So hopefully this will interest you as well. So here are some websites that will be helpful. And they all allow free accounts. And they might limit the number of questionnaire items, and we have limited those anyways. And then in your discussion post, you introduce your topic, what you're hoping to find with your survey, and you list the questions you're asking. Okay. Please also add how you would distribute the survey, to whom. Would you use probability or non-probability sampling? Would you use random sampling, stratified sampling, or cluster sampling? And how would you assure confidentiality? Are there any other ethical considerations that you would have? And then post the link to your survey. So in step 3, in responding in this week, I'd like for you to follow the link to 4 or more of your peers, take their surveys. Refer back to the section on constructing survey questionnaires in your text, in particular the section on survey responding. How did you experience the survey as the respondent? So give that person feedback. So that should be a little fun. Here are a couple people who already have answered in our discussion. So then finally, you get to the last assignment in this week, which is the peer review workshop. So in this peer review workshop, you will give an opportunity to provide feedback on a classmate's research paper. So in step 1, you will will use the draft that you submitted in week 4. You can improve it, obviously, if you got feedback on it. And so apply any changes or feedback provided. In step 2, your instructor will have notified you with the name of your partner for this assignment early this week. And you email your assigned partner a copy of your draft no later than Thursday. Read your partner's paper and thoroughly respond to the prompts provided in the peer review handout. Be sure to be positive and constructive in your feedback. All right. And step 4, email a copy of your peer's draft and your completed peer review handout to both your partner and your instructor. Your submission for this assignment will become the completed copy of the peer review handout, which is due by Saturday. And this is attached right here. Okay, here's also a student guideline for peer review, and hopefully that will give you a little overview of the week. As always, feel free to contact me with any questions or concerns.